You clicked on this video because you might be curious why a lot of people are wanting to move to Utah. What is it about the hype on Utah? I thought Utah was just about all these little Mormons and this little town. What is it? We know we have the national parks, but really, there's a reason why people are moving to Utah, and I'm going to give you the 4 reasons of why that is right here on this video. Hi, my name is Jenny. I am a real estate agent, been a realtor for about 10 years with Real Broker, you guys, and welcome to my channel. Hit that subscribe button and that bell. Make videos every single week. Until then, let's jump into the video. I'm going to break this down really simple and quick for you. People are moving to Utah for quality of life, cost of living, job opportunities, and lifestyle. We're going to go over all 4 of those, what that means for you, because maybe you're considering moving to Utah. Maybe you're already in Utah and you're trying to understand the hype of what is going on in Utah, because Utah is shifting their demographics of actually more of a California life living without the cost of California. So let's talk about this. Number 1, affordability in Utah compared to more expensive states. Now I'm talking about states that are moving to Utah would be like California, Texas, and Nevada. Not so much the central side of the United States. So we're not getting people from Florida. We're not getting people from Virginia, but we're getting more people from the other coast over on this side moving to Utah because they want a better cost of living. The cost of living has been on the uprise, especially in California. We're getting a huge influx of people from California, and Utah is starting to support that type of cost with the type of living that California wants. In fact, I've made a video on how you can get the California living where it is in Utah without the price of California here in Utah on that link above there. So I talk about the different price points, but also the lifestyle that is happening over here in Utah. The cost of living in Utah is about 21% comparative to the rest of the nation. What does that mean? Our average home prices for an average home, about 3,500 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a possible unfinished basement, 2-car garage on a lot about a 0.15 or a 0.2 acre lot, it's going to cost you around $550,000 to $600,000 in Utah County and around the $600,000 to $650,000 in Salt Lake County. We're talking Salt Lake County and Utah County. I do talk about Davis County, I do talk about Iron County, and we do talk about Wasatch County, but the main influx of what my professionalism is within Salt Lake County and Utah County. Doesn't mean I haven't done business in those other ones, because I've definitely done business in all of those, so I am familiar with all of those. When I'm talking about price points, it's between Salt Lake and Utah County. People want more home for the bang for their buck. We are starting to see prices come down. I talk about a video on that one as well, just because we still have a housing shortage supply in Utah. It's still going to support the economy, but the affordability is what's bringing those prices down, and the high interest rates, which is causing a desirable opportunity for more people to move into Utah because it does cost less to live here. The quality of life, number 2 of why people are moving to Utah. And there is a lot to be said about this one. The quality of life as far as the cleanliness in our streets. We do a really good job with our state in making sure it stays clean. The air quality is not the best, but people love the national parks. Being able to go skiing, to go hiking, to go camping, to be out in the mountains is creating that quality of life. The majestic mountains. I had somebody say on social media to me earlier in this week, and they said, do you ever get sick of looking at your mountains? And I thought, 1, I've never thought about that question, and 2, there's never been a time I've looked at the mountains and thought, ugh, I wish those weren't there. I always look at them in awe and beauty. There's still snow on the peaks. We're sitting in May right now, so you're still getting that beautiful spring weather with the snow on the peaks. It's absolutely beautiful. The canyons are still a little cold, so we don't end up going there till about June, July, August, and September, but it is so majestic to look at the mountains. I know that wherever you're at in Utah, you're just a couple hours, if not less than an hour away from a national park. We've got the Zions, we've got Bryce Canyons, we've got the Grand Canyon, we've got so many different opportunities, the 4 corners down in St. George. You could literally be within hours from wanting to go skiing. This is why people live here, and boating and the lakes that we have and the fishing. People want that type of lifestyle, and Utah provides a lot of opportunities for that one. Another thing about the quality of life is the economic stance of family. Because Utah is known for their high predominancy in Christianity, which is called Mormons, which is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it is all centered around building families, having children, making sure your children are involved in your life. What that does is actually creates a good environment for less crime. Done a video on crime before. Talks about good schools. I've done a video on schools and talking about what schools to pay attention to, and the community that you're being created by. You're going to see parks and churches on every corner here in Utah. Number 3, the economic opportunity, which means job opportunity for a lot of people. The tech company and tech world has really flooded into Utah, and there's a lot of reasons why that's going on, and it's really happening what's being called the Silicon Slopes over in Utah. I've done a video on that one as well, on Lehi and Saratoga and the difference between those two cities. So Utah also, I will say a downfall of that is the transit system. We're trying to get better transit system, but when it comes to tech, you are going to need to drive your car to the building, if that makes sense. But tech has become a huge boom in Utah's economy because with our infrastructures of colleges that we have in here, because of the family base, because of the religion base, it's actually also really important for children to go to college and to get an education. It's actually a part of the Mormon religion. They actually tell people you need to go to college, male and female, go to college and get a career. So what does that do? It creates a community of a lot of entrepreneurship, a lot of very talented people, and a lot of businesses have come from Utah. Crumble Cookie has come from Utah. We have the Adobe up there in Lehi. We have the Ring camera, which is also from Utah. There is a lot of different companies, large companies that come from Utah, and a lot of them are tech companies because there's a spirit in Provo and Orem area in the Utah County about creating your own opportunities with business and entrepreneurship, which creates a lot of business opportunities. The mayor also has done a very good job at infrastructuring what taxes look like for businesses in Utah. So a lot of people want to house their businesses in Utah for tax purposes as well. So it's creating a good infrastructure for jobs. And a lot of times when other states are struggling with the economic of job losses, Utah doesn't seem to get hit as much by that, considering the history of what we've already gone through. So moving forward, we know our history tells us that we have a good support system in place to making sure that our job losses aren't as significant as the other states around us, what is attracting a lot of people want for that infrastructure for the job opportunities. One thing I would say that Utah County is lacking and a lot of opportunities to do is number 4, lifestyle and values. And what I mean by lacking, I mean we want more mom-and-pop restaurants. Salt Lake and downtown Salt Lake has a lot of really good hole-in-the-wall mom-and-pop restaurants, but I want Utah County to start getting that more. How do I know that? Because I went to culinary arts. I talk about who I am in a video up there above as well. And going through I actually went to school for culinary arts, and I wish that we had more fine dining and more hole-in-the-wall restaurants. But with that being said, there's still a lot of new restaurants popping up all the time. We have a lot of what you call them, trucks. We have a lot of restaurant trucks that are starting to pop up, a lot of new coffee shops that are popping up, which I am actually really happy about. Getting more of that diversity here in Utah, getting more diversity in politics in here. So the lifestyle and the values is actually shifting, but we are naturally a Republican state with a lot of conservatory. So a lot of people like that idea when it comes to the aspect of growing a garden, making sure the low crime, making sure it's a tight knit with the family, feeling safe about sending your kid to school by themselves where they can walk or go to the park. There's a tight knit that comes with each little neighborhood because that community usually goes to church. There are other predominant religions as far as non-denominational Christianity and other religions. If you are interested in that, I do talk about the specific cities that could help you with that. I know Draper off the top of my head has a real good diversity as when it comes to religion, but Utah is actually creating a really good lifestyle for all different kind of diversities. And I'm starting to see that shift happen within the last 4 to 5 years, whereas people were really turned off by Utah because the high predominancy of one-way thinking, but we're actually being way more open to our thoughts and actually still want to grow a garden in our backyard. So if you're someone who wants more land, you want more bang for your buck, you want a good community to raise people in, and you want a good economic job growth, I think now you're understanding why people are starting to move to Utah. It just makes sense. So I actually harbor a lot of clients that come from California, from Arizona, from Nevada, from Texas, and I have those conversations with them. And when I'm having those conversations with them, they're like, man, I just feel like I want to be part of that energy that Utah gives because it's an honest energy. It's a low crime energy. It's an adventure, an excitement. I could just, hitch up my trailer and just hit the road and be somewhere within an hour. They love that idea. Also the energy of the high tech and the businesses, right? All of it. It's encompassing. And Utah offers all of that especially the mountain views of the majestic, beautiful beauty all around us. And if you like the snow, you better like the snow, because Utah has definitely got like snow. So if any of this attracts you guys, let's talk, let's get connected. I do have a link down there below for a calendar link. You can just sign up, you can talk to me, you can shoot me a text, or you can stalk me on my social media. I've kind of left all options available for you down there below. But until then, you guys, I'll see you in my next video.